Hi.
Hi.
So, tell us about Project Open Hand.
Project Open Hand. It's what it says. It's our founder, Ruth Brinker, started preparing meals for people who were living with AIDS. This was back in 1985, in the height of the AIDS crisis here in San Francisco. And she started doing 7 meals for people that she actually asked a social worker and said, you know what, I'm retired now. I understand that some people living with AIDS are alone, quite alone, and they can't cook and shop and cook for themselves, and that's a real problem with malnutrition. And so she said, you know, I can probably do 10 meals. You know, I think I can do that in my kitchen. So then the first day she was giving names of 7 men with AIDS. And so around San Francisco, and she did meals for them, took them out and delivered them, and then sat with them and talked to them and just heard, you know, what it was like, what they were going through. It really touched her. And so then they just grew from there, and she had people show up and say, you know, I understand what you're doing, and I'd really like to be part of it. So she started this organization, and she said, well, I guess we need to find a name. And she said, I want it to really represent generosity. And the idea of plenty. And so she did her looking through the thesaurus and handbook Open Hand. So we're going to call it Project Open Hand. But she says, I don't want it to be about leftovers. I don't want it to be about scarcity, but about really sharing the bounty that we have. And so she said, I didn't have much money, of course, but I was married, and I raised two children, and my husband didn't have a great, you know, he wasn't making a lot of money, and I wasn't working when the daughters were growing up. So she said, but he was really, really fussy, and he wanted really good food, it had to look good and taste good. So she said, I knew how to do that on a budget. So then I was doing it for 20 people, I was doing it for 50 people in my project, and I didn't have many, you know, the means, but I could do it. And so it was just this thing that grew out of her inspiration, and it grew out of the community, and it grew very, very quickly, because very soon there were lots of people in that situation. People who, gay men who had come to San Francisco, left their homes and left their families, and they wanted to live freedom in San Francisco. But when they were affected with AIDS, a lot of them found themselves without that support network. And she was there for them. So it grew from there. Providing meals for people living with AIDS, but then at a certain point, you see one need and you fill that one need, you notice there are other needs as well. So what she was also hearing, and what we were hearing as we joined her, and we were volunteers, and some of us came on staff, that there were people who were homebound with other illnesses as well. People who had cancer, who had heart disease, people who had arthritis, and she said, you know, they need meals as well. People living with AIDS. And so we expanded our mission back in the year 2000 to basically anyone with any serious illness that keeps them homebound, they're not able to pick it out and shop, they're not able to cook for themselves. But as long as they need us, we're going to be there for them.
Oh, that's amazing.
We also found out that in San Francisco and the Bay Area, people are getting older. And a lot of people they're widows, they're widowers, their children are grown, maybe they've moved away, and they're alone. And a lot of them are living lives that there's not a lot of money, and they're living maybe just in single occupancy hotels, and a lot of people don't get out that much. One woman, I remember talking to her, and she said, you know, I realized I could go through a whole day and not talk to a single person. And she said, I realized that's really not good. It's not good. So we thought, well, what if we provided meals to seniors? We did it in a social setting. So whether it's in a